What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Adobe Live. My name is Jacob, and I'm going to be here for the next 30 minutes. I hope you all had a great time with Izzy and Phil. They are the best, and I can't say that I know Express any at all. So they are the go-to stop for that, and I learn so much from them every time. And yeah, it's great to be back. Hey, Keys, we got Keys, Robert, Adara, and Phil in the chat. Today on Adobe Live, we will be using text-based editing, and I got a little challenge for you because I want you to go ahead and go in the description down below and download the starter files that we'll be using today and either work alongside me or catch the replay and do it later. I want to basically take a wedding video that I have. Let me switch over my screen. I want to take this wedding video that I have and I want to make it easier for myself in the future to edit. In particular, the speeches, because if there's one thing, if you've ever been to a wedding, is wedding speeches can last a really long time. I believe the duration on this is 23 minutes, which is pretty good. I mean, I've seen speeches for weddings go on for at least an hour. So let me know in the chat if you've been to a wedding recently. Were the speeches long? Were they short? What were they? But today, let me just give you a little feel for what we're doing. And I'm going to turn down my audio. I was bumping some music in the background. I wanted you guys to be here having a good time, I guess. Idara just put the starter files in the chat, which is perfect. Let me just go ahead and just show you. This is like the edited video that I made. I'm just going to show like 10 seconds of it because I want to go through these speeches again and find a way to quickly edit these faster. So let's give it a look.
Today we are grateful for this wedding day. It only took 10 years. Berlin and Joe, thank you for letting all of us be part of your lives, and may you always be healthy, happy. We love you both.
Okay, got some good shots, and then we'll
actually, it's more of a reminder for Joe and Berlin. You have 30 days today to get your stuff out of Dad's garage. So raise your glasses to Joe and Berlin. Congratulations! Yeah!
Okay, so clearly we took 30 minutes and we used, let's see, 242 right here and back over here, 201. We used not even 40 seconds of speeches because half of it was just like romantic, like sunset shots. So as you can tell, when you're making a highlight video for a wedding, you're not really going to be using too much of the speeches. And so that's where text-based editing really comes in handy. So in the starter files, I separated speeches and just some extra B-roll to add on top because there was a main camera here and then there was like these cutaway shots of like laughing and like things like that. And like that's always good when you're making a composition. You want to be able to have like little ways that you can cut away that don't like disturb that don't feel like a jump cut, right? It looks more professional. So let's take a look. I'm going to go into the speech folder, and these are proxies, by the way. And so what proxies are is just when you shoot a wedding, you're usually shooting in 4K. The file sizes are huge, and oftentimes, unless you pay the big bucks for a computer, you're going to have trouble playing back that footage. And especially on a live stream, sometimes there is some lag. And so I'm working with proxies. I gave you guys proxies. And the best part is you can build them right into Premiere. If you right click, go to proxy, create proxies. I don't want to proxy my proxies because that's just like an inception of proxies. I mean, we can. If you guys want to have a stream where we just see how many times we can make a proxy of our proxies. But essentially, yeah, you get to choose half, quarter resolution, full, and it makes it in a way easier editable format so that we can throw as many adjustment layers, as many text effects as you want on top, and you never have to worry about your computer lagging. And so, as you'll see, there is no issue. I'm going to go new sequence from clip. First thing I want to do, it's kind of ugly right here because this is all in log. So I'm in the Lumen Tree tab under color, and I'm just going to go and find a little, just something to spruce things up a bit, you know. And you know what? I'm sorry. I'm like a color freak, so I'm gonna add like a little creative LUT in this creative tab. Just add a little sizzle, you know, because life is too boring to be just staring at footage like that. So let's go ahead, and we have our audio track that is separated. We got Keys talking about rock or paper scissors in the chat. So that is some good stuff. I just dragged the audio layer into like on the bottom of this track because they're separated. I actually got it from the little DJ booth over here. And so what we're going to want to do is synchronize. So I'm going to select these clips, and I am going to click on synchronize, and mix down is fine. Cool. And honestly, we're going to chop the beginning off because I think this is, this is like a prayer maybe, and I don't think we want that. So this is the dad. This is usually the most important speech. You don't want to miss that one. So I'm going to hit the C key, and then I'm going to hold down the Shift key so it does a little ripple cut. I'm going to select the left side here, and I'm going to hit delete. I'm going to check YouTube too. Let's see if we got any people in the YouTube chat. Whoa. We do. Howdy. Okay. I'm going to click this little black space right here. We're going to hit delete. I'm going to bring this over. And now it's time to get into our text-based editing grind. And I have really started to make this part of my workflow. Even if you're just going to transcribe, it really helps out when the client is asking for revisions. If they say, hey, blank a blank, my dad said this, like, can you put that into the video? You're going to want to start transcribing your footage, right? So let's go over and click on captions and graphics. We are going to, we're going to go to text-based editing, because that is where we get text-based editing, is on the text-based editing tab. So we get this pop-up screen, and all we have to do is first let's transcribe our footage. It says, oh, there's 2 clips that haven't been transcribed. I wonder if I just hide this, if that will go away, because this is that proxy. We don't really need that audio transcribe. We really just need the left and right channel from the DJ transcribe. So I'm going to go ahead and click transcribe. And let's see how long it takes. I'm curious. This is a new project for me, so it's good to test this out. And in the meantime, let me know, what weddings have you attended lately? Anything good? Anything bad? Tell me the fun tea. I want to know. This is a long video. I mean, this is almost 20 minutes long, and we're about halfway done. So the fact that instead of us watching a 20-minute video, we can transcribe something and then just go from there is pretty beautiful. And honestly, I could probably put on some tunes for us in the background why we kind of comb through this, because I think it's going to be pretty fun to just have a challenge where we don't even use the audio. By audio, I mean don't play back the audio. Like, just leave it on mute and edit solely based off of text editing. And obviously, once you transcribe footage, it stays like that the whole time. It doesn't matter if you put it into a new sequence or anything like that. It's always going to stay the same. And it's going to stay there forever and ever and ever and ever. Keys says, can you make one proxy of proxies though? Admit, I've not tried it since they are usually linked with the source. You know what, Keys, just for you, let's do it. We have some time. Editing. Let's proxy our proxy. Because I do want people to get into the habit of making proxies. You're just gonna have a better time. We're going to hit go by half. ProRes. We're going to hit OK. It's probably going to pop up in Media Encoder for us in the background. Yeah, it's over in my other screen. We're making a proxy of a proxy. That is meta, let me tell you. That is like proxyception. But all jokes aside, it is really important to make proxies, in my opinion. You're just gonna have a better time. You're not gonna get mad. You're not gonna say, why don't I upgrade my computer and pay Apple more money? It's like, no, just make some proxies. Just do it. It's good stuff. Okay, so we are going to just be reading this like it's a novel, and we're going to be selecting what we don't like. You'll see all these little dots. It says 4.7 seconds here, 1.3 seconds. These are all little pauses that we can also take out, which are pretty cool. Like if I click over here, we just don't even need to have his pause anymore, and it's going to make those edits live for us. Let me zoom in a little bit because this is a big file. It's just pretty insane that just by clicking, I instead of like 4 mouse movements and clicks and deletes, I just hit click. Oh, I think actually I'm gonna Command Z that. I actually took out all this. So let's just let's work on our reading comprehension, and see if we what we got here. So stand in front of me, Tommy. I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight. Okay, I'd like to thank everyone being here for night. We don't need standing right next to Tommy. We're going to delete. We're going to take out okay, delete. I'm going to say, I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight. I don't know if you guys just heard my doorbell and my chihuahua are going crazy right now. There must have been a package delivered. I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight. Boom. That is a good first start. Okay. Okay. Yes, we do. Okay, so he's thanking a lot of people, and we are not going to make this into the edit at all. I guarantee you, because that is maybe for the raw footage that I send the client, but anyone watching a highlight video doesn't want to see 5 minutes of Dad thanking everyone for being there. Not that it's a bad thing or the wrong thing to do, Dad. It's just not going to make it in the cut. Today we are grateful for this wedding. It only took 10 years. I believe that was in the original edit. So let's just delete all of this. We don't want to see it today. Thank you for being here tonight. Today we are grateful for this wedding day. It only took 10 years. And then there's like a comedic like laugh, I believe. And so we can even we can find footage in our B-roll folder and add it in there. Let's go ahead and see. We love their getting married today, but we accepted Joe a long time ago. So we love you. He's thanking Joe. And honestly, sometimes the best thing to do would be to scroll through all this, be like, where's the end of Dad's speech? Because he made a good joke, and he's probably going to have something heartfelt at the end. So let's see. Boom. Look at this. Although we do love Joe, but not as much as Berlin. That's their names. But it's okay, Tommy, making fun of the son. And Joe, thank you for letting us all be a part of your lives. And may you always be healthy, happy. We love you both once again. Oh my gosh, look at this. I can just scroll up. I'm just going to take this out. We're going to keep what we had. Only took 10 years. Add a little laugh. I'm going to click delete. I just deleted like 10 minutes right there. That is some serious time saving. I'm not going to lie. Is it a little mean that we didn't even watch the whole thing? Yes. Do we only have 15 minutes? Yes. So therefore, we got to do what we got to do. And honestly, I'm going to switch back to the audio so y'all can hear it. Let's hear this cut.
Today we are grateful for this wedding day. It only took 10 years.
And I think I added more laughs here because there was like less laughs. And obviously it's really silent. And so what we would want to do is go into the editing tab and add some basic things in. I'm going to drag this down a little bit so we can see those waveforms better. And we are going to go into video. I'm going to search for hard limiter. That's always a good start. And honestly, we see how quiet this is right here. I think I might add, it looks like I turned up the gain right here, like a couple minutes in, because I saw how low it was. So if we look here,
letting all of us.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. But I added a hard limiter and we're gonna hit edit. And I like just keeping it at limit to -3. That's usually a good rule of
Be part of your
thumb.
lives, and may you always be healthy, happy. We love you both. Once again, thank you all for coming. We appreciate you being here. We consider you all family to be here. This was a very tight group.
Okay, cool. He's kind of still rambling on. We're gonna have to go back into the text-based editing, but it's really quiet over here. Good thing is I was using what's called a 32-bit float recorder. If you've looked at some of the other streams, I'm sure everyone has been talking about it. It's all the rage lately in the audio nerd world because basically it's like it's like taking a raw photo but for audio because you can just adjust as high or low as you need. I'm going to put in a multi-band compressor because it is so low. I'm going to get edit. I'm going to hit broadcast. It's really low, and I'm just going to crank it to 18, see what we get here.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight.
This might even be a chance for podcast audio enhance. I kind of went into it a lot more the last stream, so check back the replay for the audio enhance. But I still want to just drag this up because it is low, and he wasn't really talking.
Thank everybody for being here tonight.
Okay, and we don't like that so we're going to cut that out. And that was me holding down the shift key after I hit C to do that.
Today we are grateful.
Okay, and I'm liking how much.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight.
Cool. We're going to go to multi-band compressor, and we're going to copy that into here. We're going to drag this up. We're going to delete this little space.
Today we are grateful.
Ooh, a little too loud. Bring it down.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight. Today we are grateful.
Okay.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight. Today we are grateful for this wedding day. It only took 10 years.
Okay, there's good laughing. We can turn up the audio for the laughing. That's good. And then, like I said, if we go into this B-roll, we can find people laughing. Honestly, there's two ways to do it. Usually what I would do is just zoom out here, grab all the B-roll clips and drag them over here. There's a lot of audio channels, and honestly, I don't really want to use any of the audio, so I'm just going to delete it all because I just don't really want to have a complicated timeline. And what we can do to make things more beautiful too is add an adjustment layer in here. I'm gonna right click, adjustment layer, just so that way we can have some color on everything. And we can actually copy the settings I already did on here. I have the lumetri color selected just right on the clip. I'm gonna hit Command C. I'm gonna bring it over here. I'm gonna Command V it. Yeah, this is just more pretty, and we can fix the exposure. Unlock, he's laughing. Doesn't even matter what he's laughing about. There we go. That's all you need. Keys says, I've never done a wedding. Shoot, my camera is on loan. I've done couple photography in tourist areas. Look like the speaker is moving the microphone away here and there. Would be curious how audio enhance works. I agree, Keys. We'll probably dive into that because if you've seen any of my other streams, I am a huge fan of Adobe Enhance. I think I'm like the biggest spokesperson for Adobe Audio Enhance because it just saves your life as a videographer. There's just so many instances that you can't control, like dad not talking into his mic.
Thank everybody for being here tonight. Today we are grateful. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight.
That would be a tricky one for Adobe Enhance. Okay, let's try it, Keys. I like it. Keys is just steering the show today. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, things that you want to try out, just let me know. I went over into the audio tab, into Essential Sound Panel. I'm going to click on Dialogue, and I'm going to click Enhance. I think it's going to be tricky. I think it's like the way that the mic kind of taps onto something. Oh, I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm not liable for the result.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight.
Okay. It's a little harsh. Maybe it's the multiband compressor on top of it. Let's see. Let's go back to effects. Turn off multiband compressor.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight. Today we are...
Wow.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight.
He kind of sounds like a different person, so I'm going to go back to the audio tab and just bring down that enhance to like 6, maybe even 5.5. See if that makes a difference.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight. Today we are grateful for...
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's just turn off the multiband compressor, I guess. Like, man, let's just hang up our cleats. Yet again, Adobe Enhance, Audio Enhance is just saving the day. Dialogue Enhance. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see what happens.
Everybody for being here tonight. Today we are grateful for this wedding day. It only took 10 years.
And then everyone starts laughing here, so we actually don't want the audio enhance because that's going to take out the thing. See, everyone's laughing. Let's uncheck enhance.
Wedding day, it only took 10 years.
Okay, and everyone's like laughing pretty quietly, so might be a good time for that multiband compressor. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to figure out while we're here. Test out. It's all just fun and games in Premiere. It's like a giant playground, really, you know, so you can do whatever we want. People are talking so quietly. Turn on the multiband compressor. Okay, cool. Not the best. I'll turn it down a little. It's a little fuzzy. Hopefully we can fix it later, but I do want to move on. I'm going to go back to editing. I am going to go to effects, and I just want a little crossfade. We can actually, oh my goodness, now that I'm thinking about it, what am I doing searching that? See, this is what happens when there's new features. You're just in this muscle memory. We don't have to get a crossfade in our effects panel anymore. We can just zoom in here and grab these little anchors, and boom. To the right is that little crossfade that I was looking for.
Here tonight. Today we are grateful.
Cool. I'm even gonna shorten this. Maybe even make a little J cut. Little J cut action. Could be nice. I'm hitting the A key just to kind of so I can easily bring things over. And I'm gonna just move this, and then let's add that crossfade. Oh my gosh, night and day.
Here tonight. Today we are grateful for.
Okay, obviously not.
Today we are grateful for.
Not the best. If I cropped in, maybe, or maybe we start cropped in. Obviously, proxy, low quality. Hang in with me here. It's a proxy, don't worry.
Here tonight. Today we are grateful for this
Better.
wedding day.
And if it's 4K, then you have the flexibility, right, to be able to just crop in and out. That's why I like to shoot 4K. Way more flexibility because then you can deliver the final output in 1080p, and you have more flexibility. It's better stuff. So let's see. What do we want to do? I'm going to go back into text-based editing, and in our last final minutes, I want to find the son's speech. He had a funny speech that we actually did watch in the beginning. And so let's just search. Let's go. You have to move out of dad's house. I think that was like, you have 3 days. 3 days. You have 30 days to get your stuff out of dad's garage. Lastly, I have an announcement to make. And let's say you made notes like during the wedding. You could be like, oh, that was really funny. You could write that down as a funny like anecdote to use in your video later. You don't even have to scrub through the footage. I just found it. Let me play it back here.
Lastly, I have an announcement to make. Actually, it's more of a reminder for Joe and Berlin. Days today to get your stuff out of Dad's garage.
Oh my God. Okay, and there we go. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna hit Command X just as like to cut, just like the cut move on a Microsoft document would be. And I paste Command V. Click this.
Day it only took 10 years.
Lastly, I have an announcement.
We can add these little hooks, little crossfades,
This wedding day it only took 10 years.
Lastly, I have an announcement to make. Actually, it's more of a reminder for Joe and Berlin. You have 30 days today to get your stuff out of Dad's garage.
Boom. And then when they're laughing, these are great cutaways, right? Like if you have, we had some shots of them laughing. He thinks it's so funny, right? This is where we'd want to cut in. That's exactly what Keys was asking in our final minutes here. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Why they're laughing, cut to this.
To get your stuff out of Dad's garage.
And then when everyone laughs, we cut to him. There we go. He's laughing right there. That's money.
To make. Actually, it's more of a reminder for Joe and Berlin. You have 30 days today to get your stuff out of Dad's garage.
Okay, obviously it needs a little work. That doesn't like he's laughing too hard before the joke lands, but yeah, I mean you get the idea. That's what we're looking to do. And text-based editing saves you so much time. Try it out. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try new things and get it going in your workflow. That's it. I'll see you later. Bye.